Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Monarchs Mocha, brought to you by the Roastery Coffee Company, the Wednesday edition. And glad you're along. Whew, just smoke coming out of the keyboard above me. It's just like it's like, I mean, Nick's just like little fire fingers there. He's rocking and rolling it. Let's rock and roll this show. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Faded down right there. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday edition. Making sure the audio is working. I do believe it is. Yep, it is, I think. Beat the Railcats, Jerry. Okay. Oh, that's this weekend. That's right. That is this weekend, isn't it? Faded down right there. Let me bring that mic down. Just a little hot there. Let's bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. Beat the Railcats. Hello, everybody, and welcome. A little late again because DV's working out. And also because we were all, as we wait, we'll find out this afternoon if all the voting paid off. Fingers crossed. The league will announce this afternoon, of course, at noon. And I really was literally at 2 minutes till double checking to make sure all my email votes got in. And I use this email address. Here's my Monarchs address. WD40, did you vote? Yes. Caroline, did you vote? Jack, did you vote? Maddie, did you vote? I mean, it was asking the fam, and we won't know till 3:40 this afternoon if that pushed. And I think from just the initial, it was obviously a two-man race. Sam Dexter there in Fargo and Matt Hall, so they were neck and neck. I mean, it really, I saw, oh gosh, I walked out to do my workout at 9:45. They were tied. I came back. Matt was ahead. I came back out of the shower. They were tied. It really was. It's been like that all day. So it's going to be one of the two. Now in the East, I believe the last I saw the young man, Daniel Langua from Gary, was the guy. I think he was at 33%. Everybody else was less than the high teens, low 20s. Although I was voting hard for the Cleburns. But anyway, I'll find out this afternoon. And that's one of the cool things about a lot of the content the league's doing and what we're doing. You can, instead of just sending out a press release, they're going to let us know live this afternoon, and we'll have it for you on the broadcast tonight. And we'll, at Monarchs Live, which will come your way at 6 o'clock. So I'll have a pretty good idea then. Going to see Brian out there as well. But this has been a really fun season because even when you lose, there's such a silver lining. How many people are in KC and North Dakota? It's not even close. What's the population of Metro Kansas City? We're the 30th largest market in the country, I believe. Is that right? I would venture to guess, Mark, that there's more people in this medium market than there are in the whole state of North Dakota. I mean, Fargo is about maybe 200,000, 220, something like that, maybe 250. It's in that range. Fargo, if you compare it comparative size-wise, at least I do, to either Midland, Odessa, or really, I compare it to Lubbock or Amarillo, if you've been out that way, 300,000, but, we're robust little towns. It's not 20,000, but it's big enough you can fly in and out of. And Bismarck, north of there, is probably 80,000. And that's pretty much it until you go out, out west, maybe. I didn't think South Dakota may be they're probably pretty close in population. You do have that Badlands area out west. It's got some folks living out there, but yeah, I don't know for sure, but that does play into it. I think what also plays into it too is just the whole, the rabid fan base. I think you saw Fargo has a really rabid fan base, and we do too. And I think you saw it. I would even tell you that there's more to do here than there is in Fargo, so maybe that helped a lot. I don't know, but yeah, it was a close deal, and there was a conspiracy theory last night in the broadcast from a couple listeners who mentioned that they had a hard time voting on that they would vote and they would click their vote to Fargo. I don't know if that's true or not. I just, they were telling me that, and I don't know how true that is. But anyway, we'll find out this afternoon. Carter Waddell with the league does a great job, and he will. All North Dakota 760. So yeah, Brian, you're what is Metro Kansas City? 1,200,000, 1,100,000, something like that. Sounds about right. I love these population conversations because Metro's 2.2 million. Okay, that's what I thought. So it's actually a little larger than I thought it was, but I believe we're the 30th market. And the reason I know that, and the reason I saw that, I remember when my wife and I were in Memphis back during January. I thought, well, Memphis is a really cool town. It reminded me similar vibe and size wise of Kansas City. And I was telling her, I thought it'd be close to Kansas City. They were actually, Memphis is quite a bit small. Well, quite a bit, maybe half a million smaller, something like that. Anyway, Metro 2.2 million. So yeah, I don't think North Dakota and South Dakota combined have that many people. And it's like those, every time there's an election, right? You get the electoral college, and you get like the one vote here, one vote there, two votes there. I think those are the 1 or 2 vote states. Oh, you won that state, but you got one electoral vote. You win Florida. That's why Florida and Texas and California, and New York and Ohio are such big reaps for the electoral college. But good people up there in Fargo. I love going to Fargo, and I love South Dakota. Very good states, very, very good folks up there. The wintertime, not so much. But anyway, well, last night the Texans from Cleveland, they took care of business in extra innings. I'm going to, and this is what I was thinking about today when we go to the top step with Joe Cathpietri this afternoon. There's 2 stories in the game last night. There's the extra inning part, which is a toss-up. The extra innings pretty much is you sitting at the casino, putting your chip on red or black on the roulette wheel, and spin the wheel, and that's pretty much what you're going to get. It's a flip. It's basically a flip of the coin mostly. Now, yes, there's some strategy that goes into it. Do you bunt or not bunt? And do you do what you do? And do you do your normal thing? Do you play small ball? And I'll tell you why luck goes into it. Last night, Cleveland decided to play for the 1 run. It dang nearly backfired. Jamison McGrain made an outstanding effort. He nearly makes a pop fly catch on a bunt that was popped up. Luckily, it was popped up about 3 steps to the left side of the mound. Another 2 steps to the direction. Jamison makes that play and probably doubles up the runner at second. And then you're with nobody aboard and 2 down. But luckily for Fargo, they did get that. They do want to get the runner aboard first and third. Then a walk. They're loaded. They do get the fly ball to right. It wasn't hit deep enough, and John Hernandez's throw was a missile home. And then they do get that Casey Clemens 2-2 line to right center. That's a double. And then Hernandez made a bobble error out and right, and that allows him to third, clear the bases. Not that you can't come back for that. I'm not saying you don't come back from that, but for all practical purposes, you get a crooked number. And I mean by crooked, I mean 3 runs or 4 runs or more. 3 runs, still a safe situation. 4 runs or more, you got to load them and clear them just to tie. That puts you in a real tough spot last night. And it's like we were talking about with Jackson in the post game last night. The one thing that a lot of folks don't like about extra innings, this rule, is that you go right into the rule in the 10th inning. A lot of folks wish you could do it 11, 12, give you one chance to do it without the bits, and then you go with the bits. And Yeah, take care. Yeah, you want another series? Go. Yeah, Kenny's right on. That's where I'm. That was my next thing I was going to get to. Was great minds, Kenny. Great minds, mate. But you're looking at a situation where when you play the college football rules, and the NFL's gone this way in a way as well. They're doing that whole now. If you get a field goal in overtime, you still get the ball back, and if you get a touchdown, you're done. Now, college, they do the back and forth, but you never can score twice. You can't score two touchdowns in a row and make them score two touchdowns in a row, which is the way baseball works out. But you can't do baseball that way, you know. And that's why I love the idea of having a home run derby or something along those lines, or a runner at third base and a pop fly to see if they can score. I mean, something like that, some kind of tricked up soccer style penalty kick. I'd love that. But again, it's baseball. We can't do that. It's just a little different. But so I take that out of it. That's just the luck of the draw. And it dang near backfired, but it worked out for Cleveland. I mean, Casey Clemens, a big addition to their ball club. That was a big hit. And McGrain had him 2-2. It was a good battle. And Joe even said in the post game last night that Jameson probably wants that back. But, we've all been there, right? We've all wanted that pitch back or that text back or that email back. We've all been there. You tip your cap, you go about your business. So take that out of it. The other part is what Joe talked about during the first two ball games. He talked about it last night, the night before, that what makes them scary, and if they could ever figure out the rotation and to keep the offensive pressure top to bottom on a ball club, that'd be really good. But they're missing the three parts we talked about, defense, pitching, and offense. Well, they're missing basically all three of those in some form or fashion, with the exception of the back end of the bullpen. So now you're digging down two layers of the onion, so to speak, to get to where they are, where they're successful. And that's the back end of the bullpen. And they had a guy who ran out there last night, a former big leaguer. And let's see the numbers on the wall here. Hunter Savenka was outstanding. He was great and able to lock them down for an inning, lock us down for an inning. And then the former big leaguer as well. They got two former big leaguers, Nick Gardewine, former Ranger, able to keep. And granted, the Monarchs had chances against them. Those are first and third with one out, and you want that home run to get that 3-run lead, the 3-run bomb, and all you really need is a fly ball, and you probably take the lead and win the 8, and you go ahead and your whole different story the ninth inning. But again, what I love about what Joe does is that you don't change what you've done, and the Monarchs, despite down 3 by 4 runs in the extra innings, Joe didn't change what he was doing. Monarchs went out, played for the big inning. It just didn't happen. 1, 2, 3, they were done that 10th inning. They don't change. And that's why we talked about last year, the team had one sacrifice hit last year, have one this year. It's just not something, the small ball is not what they do. They are going to swing on a 3-0 count, 3-1 counts. They're going to swing away at, because, 75% of the time, those are going to be home runs or liners in the gap or whatever. Just last night, it didn't work out for you. Those rare occasions. Believe me, let's get it done in less than 4 hours a night, Donna, no doubt, because my meter on my MixLR meter was over 5 hours last night when I shut it off. You throw in the pregame show at 30 minutes, postgame show at about 20. That's an extra 50 for us. Yes, quick shovels, exactly. And you're not going to see, and that's what I love about when the Monarchs have played extra innings, they've not changed what they've done. Now, and when we were on the road, won that ball game, I believe it was in Gary, played the normal what this team does, a runner at second base, they did exactly like they would always do. It didn't change anything. And again, I will tell you, Cleveland almost. It didn't matter. It got down. That ball got down. That ball doesn't get down. That small ball with a guy in the 3-hole hitter might have come back and bit you right in the backside. It didn't. It worked out for him. But yeah, quick shovels cause panic. I agree. But other than that, another. You're. It's like Jackson said last night in the broadcast. It's what Joe said, and he even said yesterday in the top step, broken record. But you're starting pitching, giving you a chance every night. And Belzer, while Nick was probably not, he did walk the floor, and those did haunt him. He was very, very, kept you. He did what you're asked to do as a starter, to give you a chance. And your offense finally got it going. and then you just kind of stalled late, and you couldn't get that one key run late more times. And I will tell you, more times than not, against the top pitcher, they get the run home from third base too. And which leads to back to what Kenny said a moment ago. And this is the part that I think that we have to remember. Yeah, loss sucked in extra innings. Loss on Sunday sucked, but you're still 13 games above 500. Still the second best record in the association. I mean, you're still rocking right along in a great spot. And it's like I keep saying, nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see. So, yeah, that's where it is. And Eli's coffee there. It's good. It's good today. Good. I let that one get real cold that's actually left over from last night. And I rebrewed a little bit this morning. And nice and frosty today for what's going to be another good day at the ballpark tonight. Another blue sky day. Oh, man. Unlike yesterday, we was like two little puffs out in the horizon. Ain't nothing up there but blue sky shining on us, which means we get to play 27 outs tonight. We get to play baseball here at the ballpark. Gates open at 6. Want to have you out. MonarchsBaseball.com for tickets. He was right behind me. Tonight is Winning Wednesday. 10% off food, bev, and merch tonight. He's back up there. There's a smoke coming out of the fingers. The guy, I walked in today and Nick was slinging, I literally was slinging tickets like a juggler. And the guy was just like he's like doing this. Like, come on, people. That's how good that guy is. Talking about skills, mad skills. You should call him right now. Yeah. Call him. Operator is standing by, not operate. He's standing he's right there. He's right there. All right. Tonight's pitching matchup. I've got Garrett Alexander for them, who I thought was going to go yesterday, but we got our signals crossed. Akeem Bostic tonight. And I love this spot for Akeem. I love it. He's pitched very well here. Every time the team sort of needs a pick-me-up, he's been that guy. You can go back to his day-to-days, and I can go back. I remember the day in Lake Country where the team was looking for a series win. He was the guy. I remember the outing he had there in Gary, same thing. He was the guy that really got the one-game losing streak turned around. And I expect you'll see Bostic do that again tonight for Kansas City. Other notes, again, we'll find out this afternoon, and we'll have it on the pregame for you. We'll also have it on Facebook Live at 6, exactly what the results are, and fingers are crossed. Although Carter will have it at 3:40. You can tune in to the American Association page. Tomorrow night from here at the ballpark, they will the game of the week will be Cleburne and Kansas City. That game tomorrow night, it's the Carter's sort of Manning cast type game. It's it's a free game video, and it will feature guests and kind of a different stuff. A little bit what we talked about over the weekend on the radio side. If you're not going to broadcast in person remotely, you got to have some other extras, like cooking wings, things like that, right? Well, Carter will have something going. That'll be on tomorrow night. Plus, we'll have our call on AA Baseball TV, and Cleburne will be on AA Baseball TV as they're in town. Brad got in last night. Didn't start the ball game. It got her the third inning and just jumped right on there and did it. And he reminded me of a time when I ran down Ryan Hyatt and I ran down the driveway or tunnel for the arena in Ruston, Louisiana, and just basically ran on and plugged in and went in the air as is. I mean, didn't have any basketball lineups against Louisiana Tech. Done it before. I've done it. Dang flights. All right, last call for questions and comments. Good question. That has not been determined yet. I plan on it. I purchased an airplane ticket to the DFW for Monday. That's my plan. How that works out, I have no idea. So, yes, I plan on being down there next week. I'd actually had a prior group of people that wanted to get together and go to the game and watch the Monarchs, hoping that I would be there. So I'll be there, whether it be with them or in the booth. But yes, that's to be determined. I hope to be. Really do hope to be. By the way, big thanks to everybody last night, the night before. We had great numbers on our streams, both our video and our audio. big tip of the cap there. We had over just right at 300 total viewers and listeners combined. Pretty good. I don't think we hadn't caught like 260 was our high watermark. Big thanks to you folks for doing that. Keep sharing the love and keep joining us on the radio and on AA Baseball TV, which leads me to the final thing here. And that's where we'll be tonight. In the broadcast beginning tonight on AA Baseball TV. Of course, $14.99 for that service. It gets home and away games, bonus content. For example, you want to go back and watch. Oh, then we got the hot sheet. Oh, we got jersey auction. Morgan, are you going to come on tomorrow, by the way? Sure. Morgan's going to be on the show tomorrow. I saw this post, as a matter of fact, last night, and I didn't get a chance to mention it, but we also got this. I'm going to show this to you right here. Let me bring this down. You guys see that? Jersey auction. This weekend, it starts today, started this week, rather. It ends on July 4th at 11:59. So right before the midnight hour. Proceeds benefit the Negro Leagues Museum. I'm going to give you another shot of this real quickly in the camera. Text KC Monarchs Patriotic to 843-606-5995 or go to events.gives. Can I hold it on the screen for you guys? You guys see that?
You can also go to our homepage of our website and click Jersey Auction.
You can also go to the homepage of the website. Morgs tells us to go click Jersey Auction. You can do that too. I'm going to hold this up. I usually have a graphic for you, but let's hold it up there. Actually, tonight at 6 o'clock, I'll get the logo from Morgs. Actually, I can probably pull it up right now. Oh well. One more time for you guys. Do you see that? Is that too close? And that's the 4th of July patriotic jerseys. Those are cool. And I did and it's fun because I was talking to John West about a week ago. I was down there in the clubhouse, and they're all hung up. And he has a room that's got all the jerseys, the different jerseys we have hung up, in an order of sizes and numbers, how he organizes it. And these were really cool. So you'll want one of these. The last time we did 4th of July jerseys, they were very popular too. I was last year. So, but again, go to our website. You can also check it out there. But again, you're going to want your favorite Monarch, whoever that may be. You got perhaps this afternoon we'll have an extra All-Star. You could bid on a big city patriotic jersey, or maybe you're a Gabby guy, or perhaps you're thinking, you know what, I want a Lewis Thorpe, Mike. That's what I'd want because he's from down under, and I like Australia. So even though he's a rival down under, but all good. We're still mates. That's what you do in Australia. Anyway, all right. That all coming up tonight. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Very good, very good. Oh, thanks for that link too. There you go. Perfect. Count on you, Hope. Very, very, very. Just diving right on in. What does this say? Where's the All-Star game? It's in Chicago, at Impact Field in Chicago. Yes. And we did find out last night that Jackson's taking the train. I kind of want to have behind-the-scenes coverage of this. I don't know how I can line this up. Maybe we can get Adam to go and film him, Jackson, because his last trip to Florida, when he and his lovely girlfriend Savannah went down to Florida, they flew like 9 flights to get there. I really want to see Jackson on the train. I just think that'd be kind of a good bit. He's never taken the train, I don't think. And I told him last night not to break it down because I just went through this in January. The train they call the city of New Orleans. There you go. All righty. Last call. A couple of notes. I gave this to you guys last night on the broadcast. I'll give it to you today. Darnell Sweeney with the stolen base 2 nights ago, his 46th as a T-Bone / Monarch in this franchise. He tied Mason Davis, former player here, who now plays for Milwaukee, with for 5th all-time on the franchise stolen base mark. Last night his stolen base broke that tie. He's now 5th all-time, and Darnell's got a chance to finish perhaps 2nd all-time. He's got a ways to go. He's got to come, really get busy to get the top spot. Aaron Eggleston, who's now coaching for the Yankees organization in Double-A, holds that record. But and what is that record, you're going to ask? And I'll tell you real quickly here. But it is 86. And Darnell has now got the 46, and he's 10 away from being 2nd. And I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. So, anyway. Casey's still 19-4. Yes. I saw the game notes too. Casey's still 19. Brad, I'm glad to see you too, mate. So I'm glad you're here. Although your good luck charm did get you a win. So your game note should say 1-0 with Asher. You need a section there saying 1-0 with Asher. But 35-10, yeah. I don't know, and I have to go back and look, but I think that is about as one-sided of a rivalry that the Monarchs have had over the years with anybody. I mean, there's some. Winnipeg has the overall series, but I'm just thinking, yeah, he should be on the game notes. He should be on the game notes. But yeah, Kansas City got the loss last night. It doesn't happen very often. But I think there's 15 wins down there, something like that. It's a weird deal because these two teams are very evenly matched over the years, and you throw in just being at home, Cleveland, and there was a lot of that Wichita rivalry as well. But Kansas City has fared very well against Cleveland over the years, and last night was I don't want to say rare win, but it was it was only their 10th win against the Monarchs / T-Bone. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, 16-7 at Cleveland. We talked about that last night in the broadcast. Pretty crazy. One more milestone to mention too, that Casey Gillespie is closing in on a couple of numbers too. One being the extra base hits total. Now he's not tops in the organization. First off, he's only 9 away from being 7th. And he's got a really good chance if you start looking at what he's doing right now, he's going to finish top 5 of the year, if not 4 or even 3 extra base hits. Home runs as well. He's well in command to get in the top 5 there. So just looking at some milestones to watch for Casey Gillespie and Darnell Sweeney, a couple of guys here. Howdy from Oklahoma. Is that something you want to admit? Or WV40, you want to admit that? I mean, I love W40. She says, yeah, but W40 says, hi, Nick. Yeah, Nick's right behind me. He's right there. He's right there and waving. Yeah, W40 driving up here. So she has to go through. You got to go through Oklahoma to get here. And said very few people ever, but I'm being snarky, Kenny. I love you, all right? Kenny Matthews, I know you're a Sooner. I love you. I know I love you. But Kenny does choose to not live in Oklahoma, so there's that. Oklahoma just always gets it's that whole, I know Kansas folks feel the same way, all right? Same way. It's all these little rivalries we have, right? Little rivalries. Okay. Airtime that I mentioned, Baseball TV. That'll go about 20 till, roughly. Kind of, and on the radio side, we come on right at 6:30. I haven't even started the night's broadcast prep, but I'm sure it'll be good. Hey, you know what? Last night we learned about Quincy Troop, and probably one of the top 100 players not elected to the Hall of Fame. This guy was really, really good. And we also had last night, a game in Milwaukee that the Monarchs beat the American Giants. Who knows? We'll discover tonight. Something will be good, I guarantee you. Earlier this weekend, we talked about the great Say Hey Kid Willie Mays as a 17-year-old playing against the Monarchs back in Birmingham with the Black Barons. You never know what you're going to learn in our pregame show. So join us tonight. That'll be on MixLR. Again, that will come your way at 6:30 tonight. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. So there we go. Got you all covered tonight. Again, jerseys, the website right now. Oh, and coming up this weekend, and I mentioned this on the broadcast last night, there's something every night. Yeah, WD-40, don't go too fast. Although this, can I tell this story? I will tell it, WD-40. I'll tell this story. All right. 4 years ago, she was driving the same route with Caroline, our youngest, through Oklahoma. And she was listening, and Caroline had her kid, as college teenage kids do, and she's got her tunes on, and she's her device, and she's dialed out. But mom is listening to a book on tape, right? So the wife's listening to the book on tape, listening to this book. She's listening away, and she's flying to the interstate, going northbound and down, loaded up and trucking. And she goes cruising by, and she passes Smokey Bear. She gets the Blueberry Nightmare, right? Woo! And she goes flying by him, right? She passes the Smokey Bear, then passes the trooper, and Blueberry Nightmare, woo, pull her over. And she was caught red-handed. I mean, what do you say? Officer comes up, and now mind you, she's listening to this book's on tape, and I don't remember what the book was. But in this book, it was a real crucial point of the book, and it was a World War II setting of this book, and, well, Paris was under attack. And my wife was really gripping and listening to this book on tape, and as she's listening and she's into it, the gas pedal just goes down more, and she flies by the cop. And the trooper says, ma'am, you're going too fast there. What was the story? You in a hurry? She goes, no, sir, I got no excuse, but I'm listening to this book on tape. And the Germans were bombing Paris, pardon me. The Germans are bombing Paris. And the cop just looks at her and chuckles and says, okay, I've never heard that one before. And slow it down, ma'am. Go your way. But she was really so into the book. And the bombing of Paris, she's flying to the highway, listening to this book about World War II, and she just like, yeah, what's it called? All the Light We Cannot See was the book she was reading. Okay. This is a true story. And Mr. Trooper said, well, okay, slow down, and hope things work out with the folks in Paris. That's a true story. All right, True Baseball tonight on the broadcast. We'll see you there. Again, monarchsbaseball.com for tickets, information on these jerseys, and much more. Loaded weekend. We got the concert on Sunday. We got fireworks on Saturday. We've got skydivers on Friday. We're going to join us tomorrow. She'll stop by and give us all the weekend updates. The weekend update from Morgan will come up tomorrow. Jackson and I have your broadcast tonight. We will see you at the ball yard tonight. Get out here, support your Monarchs. Let's go. All right, ready for some 1, 2, 3, go Monarchs? I know I am. Hope you are. Yep, the Germans were invading Paris. Did I say bombing Paris? I don't remember. It sounded invading, bombing. Put this way, the Germans were doing something to Paris, okay? And it was very intense. All right, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3, go Monarchs. I'll see you in the broadcast. And that, everybody.